Welcome back guys, Assassin's Creed Valhalla is really insane. At the time you make a video there might already be a new glitch around the corner and the things you showed might already be outdated. In this video I will show you the new best money glitch in Assassin's Creed Valhalla, and big credits here to Joe Raptor who put up first this video with the beggar trick, but that's not even the fastest method currently available. I will show you a much better one, and I will also compare that with the Rune Duplication, and we will ultimately find out what is a better method and which is yielding the most silver per minute. And last but not least, I will also show you a rune reloading trick where you can find every rune you want in this game. So stay tuned and check it out. The new method also involves beggars, and it looks like that beggars in this game are the richest people and they are not even aware of their fortune, because they simply gift you a rune for only 5 silver, which is actually worth 58 silver. And there's actually a very good location here in London, just behind the market on the eastern side of the city, where there are 3 beggars in a row, and you can just go to them, give them 5 silver each, and then you get every time the same rune. So that trick only gives you the same rune. It's not usable when you want to duplicate existing runes, and when you do that continuously you can just run around and then just slightly exit the city and do it again. But that is kind of slow and it is not as fast as the Rune Duplication. So what people found out now is that you can simply use only one of these beggars, just stand in front of him, give him 5 silver and then call your raven, and once your raven is up high enough, just close your raven with the cancel button and then you can immediately gift the beggar 5 silver again. You can just rinse and repeat that, give him 5 silver, call raven, cancel, give him 5 silver, call raven and cancel. That is way faster than going to every beggar, exiting the city and giving them 5 silver each. Instead just use one beggar, call your raven, immediately cancel it once it's up high enough, and then you can gift him 5 silver again. That is way faster than using all 3 beggars. But is it also really faster than the Rune Duplication? We have to consider that the Rune Duplication gives you 3 runes every time you do it, and with the Beggar Raven trick, even if it's insanely fast, you only get 1 rune every time you do it. So I've prepared a setup for you where I compare 1 minute of the Rune Duplication glitch versus 1 minute with the new Beggar Raven glitch. And then we will compare the results and how much silver we yield. The videos are running in real time, so that's exactly 1 minute of Rune Duplication and 1 minute of the Beggar Raven glitch. And of course I've tried to do these glitches in the fastest possible way. I've made my setup with the Rune Duplication glitch so that I can do it really fast, and I also prepared the Beggar Raven glitch where I'm standing in front of the beggar and just start doing the glitch all over again as fast as possible. I really tried it as fast as possible. You have to wait for the raven to be at a certain height. If you cancel your raven too fast, you would actually not be able to give him 5 silver, then you would have to call him again. So it's better worth waiting a couple of frames longer than actually cancel it too early. So what you see here is actually that giving the beggar 5 coins every time is a little slower than getting 3 runes every time from the Rune Duplication glitch. In fact, we have created 27 runes from the Rune Duplication glitch because we get 3 every time we do it, but we only get 1 rune every time we do the Beggar Raven glitch. So the average amount of time to do the Rune Duplication glitch is actually 6.7 seconds, whereas the average amount of time for the Beggar Raven glitch is a little less than 3 seconds, but you only get 1 rune from it. When we now take a look at how much silver we yield per minute, then in the Beggar Raven glitch we have to consider that we only get a net return of 53 silver because we have to give him 5 silver each, and that rune is worth 58 only. So the net return would be 53 silver for every 2.8 seconds for every time we do the Beggar Raven glitch. That would be a total of 1113 silver per minute. Of course you also have to consider the time you need to travel to London to go to the beggar and then to sell all these runes. This amount of times I did not consider, I just wanted to make a pure comparison about the glitch itself. When we take a look at the amount of silver per minute from the Rune Duplication, we have to split that up because we have 9 times a rune which can be maximum of 64 silver, and then we have 18 runes which yield us maximum of 42 silver. So when we add that together we get a total of 1332 silver per minute. So that's 200 more than with the Beggar Raven glitch. And of course you could also speed up the movement of your cursor and improve that even further. And if you consider that you can do it at any time, you don't have to travel to London or to use any beggar, then that method is definitely the more efficient one. So everybody telling the beggar raven trick is yielding more money per minute is basically telling total bullshit. I've done the math, I've proven it, I've calculated it for you, and that is the truth. You have to do the beggar raven trick 3 times, and that's slower than doing the rune duplication trick. What would be the correct term is that the beggar raven trick is the easiest way to get more money. And if I'm only looking for money, I would definitely also prefer to only do the beggar raven trick instead of the rune duplication, because rune duplication can be messed up easily and it is harder to execute, you have to move your cursor and so on. So the beggar raven trick is far easier and yields almost the same amount, but it's not yielding more. I think a lot of people here are again misled by the fact that when they get a rune every 3 seconds and it pops up so often on their screen that it is the fastest method, but that is simply not the case and it's proven. As mentioned already, you can also speed up the selling process of all these runes when you reduce the time you have to hold down your sell button in the game settings. That can be reduced to be only 100 milliseconds, but you should definitely know the risk behind that, because I wanted to only check the amount of materials I needed for an upgrade, and when I pressed the button to upgrade my gear, it was immediately upgraded, so I definitely lost all the materials. So keep that in mind when you reduce the time to hold down that selling button. It reduces the amount of time for every button you hold down, including fast travel and the upgrade button. And if you're having trouble to find any specific runes, then I have another trick for you. As you know, at the point you level up naturally to a new level by doing a story mission, your merchants also reset and they have new stocks, they have new scrolls of knowledge and new materials for you to offer. And you can also use that to do a rune reload. That is actually very similar to Assassin's Creed Odyssey, just make a manual save in front of the merchant before you talk to him. And then just talk to him and check out their runes. And if you don't like the runes, then simply reload your manual save. The runes are actually different every time you reload your save, so you can just repeat that and reload the save until you find the correct runes for your build. And that's especially important for the diamond runes, because the diamond runes are really hard to find, they drop less often than the normal ones, and when you do the reload method you can just wait until you find the correct diamond rune for your build. Of course, if you buy one and then save your progress, then the merchant will always have the same runes. So sadly, this is only working for your first rune to buy, and then you have to level up again to get a random amount of runes. And one last thing, when you use your runes, never use more than 4 or 5 of your runes, because the rune effects degrade the more runes you use of the same type. So when you use a great life rune, for example, with 18.9 health, it degrades to be only 3 or 4 health points when you use more than 4 life runes. So after using 4 or 5 of them, just use armor runes or resistant runes or whatever else you want. So I hope this video was helpful for you. I hope you will have a lot of fun using the new Raven Beggar trick. Please don't forget to subscribe, leave me a like, and see you next time.